Okay, dear students, this is chapter number 6, Geometry, and this is the second last lecture of this course. Today class, basically, we will end the course of Geometry, and of GED Mathematics. Okay, in the previous lecture, we studied about the geometry, introduction of the geometry, and we discussed about the shapes. In today class, we will discuss shapes. So let me discuss the shapes, and number one is the triangle. We will talk about the triangle, that how to find the area of the triangle, uh, and how to find the volume of triangle, and these type of things. Similarly, above we will study about the circles, that how to find the area of the circles and perimeter of the circle and the circumference of the circle and these type of things. So triangles. So let me first draw the triangle for you. Where is the triangle? Okay, try that. So basically, it is called triangle because it tri means three and angle mean angles. So let me show you that what is why it is called triangle. It is tri. Tri is basically a Greek word which means three. Okay. So this is a very important concept. Remember these things. Okay. Three. Okay. And angles is the basically angles mean the. So let me draw it first. Angles is a very basic concept. Like for example, this is the line and it is this will be the angle. So basically, there are three angles. One angle is this, one is this angle, one is this angle. So there are how many angles? There are three angles. Therefore people call it triangle. Okay. Now let me tell you what is the area of this triangle and this type of parameters. Okay. uh, we will see that. Okay, the triangle area is basically, mm, let me write the formula. Area is equal to 1 over 2 multiplied by base length multiplied by height. Now let me explain this equation. What is this formula and what is the thing in this? Okay, basically, this there in GED exam you will have the questions to find the area of the triangle and to find the different parameters. So it is very important to remember the formula. Okay, this is the height basically. What is the height in this formula and what is base? So let me tell you about the height. This is the height basically, and this length is called the h, and this will be called the base. Okay, this is called the base. The which is in the base length is called the base. So let me write again. Area is equal to 1 over 2. You can also write b for base and sorry, b for base and the h for height. B for base and h for height. So this is the formula of the area of triangle. This is a very important concept. Okay, the recording was ended. Now, students, if you have the rectangle can be also like this form. There are two types of rectangle. Okay, this is called the right angle triangle. This is called the right angle triangle because here is the angle is the 90, and the 90-degree angle is always called the right angle. So this is the right angle triangle, and that it is toward the right side. If you observe that the 90 angle is on the right side, so there, that's why it's called the right angle. But you don't have to care about it. I am just telling you a concept which is very important, which is called the Pythagoras theorem. Now, student, first of all, please think about the base. What is base here? Yes, we can easily say that this is called the base. The bottom line is always called the base. This is called the base. Okay, base. Okay, now what will be the height? Obviously the height will be the this one. Sorry, let me draw a clear line from this. Okay, the height is this one, and this is the height. Okay, and now what we will call this line? Basically this is called the hypotenuse because this is the inclined line. Hypotenuse. Sorry if my spelling is wrong. Sorry, hypotenuse. Okay, so you can justify the triangle like this. Okay, this is called the right angled triangle. Right angle triangle. Now if someone asks you what will be the area of this triangle, it is very simple. Always area will be the same formula. Okay, 1 by 2 multiplied by base length multiplied by height. So this will be the area of that's how we can calculate the area of this triangle. But one thing I should tell you, that here is the concept called Pythagoras theorem. What is the concept called Pythagoras theorem? Okay, it is very important concept. Okay, please remember this concept. Okay, Pythagoras theorem. What Pythagoras theorem is a very simple concept, but it is very important for the GD exam. Okay, it says that if we have a triangle, for example, we have a right angle triangle. Uh, this is the right angle triangle, and remember one thing, dear student, which is very important. This rule is for the right angle triangle. Okay, I'm writing with the red pen. It is the rule. Okay, it is the rule for, it is the theorem, or you can say rule. It is a theorem or rule. Okay, let me. Okay, very good. Shiba also told us that what is the Pythagoras theorem, but it is the rule for the right angle triangle and triangle. Okay, so it is very important thing. Please note my thing. Let me rub this line and I will write it again. Okay, this, sorry, where is the blue pen? Okay. Okay, now this is the base length. This will be the height length, and sorry, this will be, you can say, we can also give some name to this. For instance, for generality, we say that it is A, this length is B, and this length is C. Then what is Pythagoras theorem? Then Pythagoras theorem will be C square is equals to A square plus B square. So this is a just simple theorem which you should remember for your questions for GD exam. Okay, for the base of on the basis of this we will solve the questions and numerical problems. Okay, so this is all about the triangle. Now let me start about the circles. Okay, which is very important. Again, circle, sorry, where it is not used, circles. Now what is circle? Basically we talked about this also in our previous class, in previous lecture. Okay, and this circle is very important. Please remember this one. Let me draw a circle for you. This is called the, sorry, let me draw this side. This is called the circle. Okay, now there are several properties of the circle, several parameters of the circle. We will discuss it. First of all, let me tell you about the area. What is area of the circle? Area of circle, if someone asks you to find the area of circle, what will you do? I told you before in the previous classes that, please, dear student, this is the center of the circle, and from here to here, this is called the radius line. From the center of the circle, a line drawn from the center of the circle to the boundary of the circle is called the radius line. So this is called the radius line, and we represent it with the r. We represent it with the r. Okay, so I say that the area of circle is equal to pi multiplied by r square. So what is the r? If someone asks you, basically the r is the radius of the circle. Okay, please.
Sorry, teacher, I don't have your voice.
Recording. So here r is the radius of the circle. Let me write here in this side for your, r is equal to radius of the circle. Radius of the circle. And this formula is applicable to all type of circles. Okay, so please, and someone, what is the pi? This sign is called, please don't be afraid of this sign is very easy. This is basically called the pi sign. Pi. Okay, and the value of this sign, basically the value of this sign is equal to 3.14. Okay, so please, this is a very simple thing. Okay, now let me write here the area is equals to pi r square. This is the area of the circle. Okay, please. This is a very important formula. You have to remember this for solving the numerical problems for GED exam. Okay. Now we are going to is the circumference. Okay, it is very important. Circumference of the circle. We will check this formula and study about the what is the circumference of the circle. Circumference. circumference of the circle. Okay, this is very important again. Okay, circumference of the circle. Now it is a very important concept. Let me bring the formal definition. Okay, let me draw the circle again for you, and then it will be easy to tell you that what is circumference. Okay, student, this is a circle, and let me draw the center of the circle. Okay, this is the center of the circle. Okay, now if someone asks you what is the circumference of the circle, circumference is again very easy. This is the orange color pen. Okay, so the length of this orange line color, okay, from this, like the whole boundary line, the length of the whole boundary line of the circle is called the circumference. I will also write with the blue pen below. Okay, length of the boundary line, the length of the total boundary line. You can see that what is the boundary line. Okay, it is very easy concept again. You can easily see that what is the boundary line. Let me write here again. Boundary, you can the length of the total boundary line of the circle is called it's called circumference. Okay, circumference. Okay, now what is the formula for circumference? Circumference is basically shown by c. Okay, c is for circumference is equals to 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by sorry, let me write the pi in good form. Most of the students we don't understand this. Multiplied by again radius. Okay, please remember one thing, that the radius is very important property in the circles. Okay, so what is the radius? Radius is just a line from here to here. This is called the radius. Okay, now I can just write simply c is equals to 2 pi and r. Okay, this is called the circumference of the circle. Now the student, in the previous classes I told you about the diameter of the circle, which is again very important property. I want to mention diameter in this class also. Let me tell you about little bit about the diameter. I will also draw the circle here. Please, dear students, if someone asks you what is the diameter, this, if this is the center of the circle, then diameter is basically the double of the radius. Diameter is the double of the radius, and you can also find the area of the circle with the help of diameter. Okay. Okay, so this is the diameter line. Oh, sorry, this is called the D. Now, if someone asks you what is the area of the circle, we know that area is the pi r square, and we also know that the D is equals to 2r. Diameter is basically 2r. Okay, now you can also say that the area is equals to pi okay, pi into D by 2 whole square. Okay, you can also write the equation like this. Okay, did you understand this point or not, Shiva?
Yes, teacher. Yes. But please, can you show me the last page before this page?
Okay,
I wanna
yes,
take the formula.
this.
Yes, teacher.
Okay,
I take it. Thank you.
okay, good. Now another shape we will when we study about the uh, rectangles. Okay, we studied about the triangles, we studied about the circles. Now I we will study about the rectangles. Okay, let me write here rectangle, rectangles. Okay, note please just one thing, that we are studying now, we are studying 2D shapes. Okay, okay, till now anything we have studied about is all the 2D shape basically, and I have told you the difference between the 2D and 3D in the previous class, so lecture number 36. Okay, you can watch this lecture also my YouTube channel. I had sent the link also. Okay, so basically dear students, this is called the rectangle. This shape is called the rectangle. It is very simple thing. Why it is called rectangle, you can easily justify it. Okay, basically again rectangle, and you what is one is rect and another is angle. Rect basically refer to the 90-degree. Okay, so you can see that all the angles here you can see are the 90-degree angle. Okay, all the angles are present here are the 90-degree, 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 and 90-degree and 90-degree. Okay, so that's why this called the rectangle. And now we have to find the its area. What is the area of the rectangle? Okay, so again it's now very easy, just we have to multiply it. Let me draw the rectangle again. Okay, okay, basically a rectangle, basically this length is equal to this length, and this length is equal to this length. Okay, so we call the length, for example, let me check what is the called in the book. Okay, okay, so we call this line called length. Okay, the below, which is like we can see which is lengthy line, which is greater in the length, which is greater in the distance, is called the length, and which is smaller in the distance is called width. This is the very easy rule. You can decide that what is length and what is width. But if you decide, it's your way to go. Okay, no problem, it's not a big deal. But generally we say, if the distance is larger it is called length, if the distance is smaller we call it width. Now what will the area will be the length cross length multiplied by width. Okay, length cross width, this is the area. And you can also say that a is equal to l cross w. Okay, this is your area of the rectangle. Now what one another thing which is called perimeter, which is called the perimeter is nothing, it's very again simple. Perimeter is basically some circumference. It is just like same to some just like as circumference, because it is basically the measure of the length of boundary line. But it is circumference is related to the surface, circumference is related to the circles, and it is related to the rectangles. Okay, let me write here, it is same as sorry it is same as its circumference, its meaning, its concept is the same as circumference. Okay, but circumference, but it is for rectangles. Okay, there is very important point. Okay, and very important difference between those point on this. Okay, now move to the next page, and let me tell you what is perimeter. This is your rectangle. Okay, and I said that this is l and this is width. Okay, now perimeter will be p. Perimeter of rectangle is equal to, perimeter is what basically, let me tell you all again. Perimeter is nothing but just the length of the boundary line. This is called the boundary line. It is the boundary line. The whole boundary line is this thing. This is the bond from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. Sorry, from this line to this line. Okay, let me draw proper lines. Okay, this one and this line and this line and this line. So this is called basically boundary, the length of the boundary line. Okay, the length of the boundary line. The definition is same as the circumference. The definition of this is same as circumference. It is the length of the boundary line, length of boundary line, boundary line. Okay, now what is perimeter? Perimeter is basically p is equal to uh, 2 into length cross width. Okay, this will be your perimeter. Sorry, it's basically plus, not multiplication. Sorry for that. uh, length plus 2 multiplied by length plus width, 2 multiplied by length plus width. Okay, so it's a your the formula of the perimeter. So it's very interesting thing. Okay, this is a very interesting thing. Now so we have discussed about the parameter. Now let me draw the line and we will study about the another thing. Okay, now one point I want to highlight here is the concept of the squares. In geometry, square is a very important entity. Okay, and people say that what is a square and what is this. Basically square is nothing but it is a special type of rectangle. Square is the basically square is a very important thing. It's a square is the square shape is the square are the, is the special type. Let me check the recording. Okay, special type of the what it is a special type of the rectangle. How this is the special of type of rectangle? Let me justify this. Okay, if we say that this is a rectangle, this is the rectangle, and what is a square? Square is basically this thing, a square. Now what is the difference? Basically the difference is very clear to us. Basically in this dear students, please, what is this length? This is called the length and is the width. We can easily see that this distance is greater than the this one, like length is greater than the width. But here in the square, both the length and the width are equal. Okay, in a, let me write here a star point. In square, sorry, in square, length and width are equal. Okay, so this is the basic difference between the square and rectangle. Okay, square is the special type of rectangle. So basically all the formulas for the rectangles and the square will be same. The formulas for the rectangle and square will be same. This is the main thing. But in rectangle, L is not equal to W. Here L is equal to W. Here L is equals to W, but here L not is equal to W. So this is the thing. Now dear student, please, we are again talking about the very important concepts which is called the 3D shapes. 3D shapes. Okay, we will study about this. Now in this lecture we will talk about the volumes. Basically till now we all studied about the 2D shapes. Circle is 2D, square is 2D, rectangle is 2D, and the triangle is 2D. We discussed all about those things. Okay, now I am going to start about the 3D shapes. Okay, but we before this I want to take a little break. Okay, let me stop. Okay, dear students, we are now studying the 3D shapes. Okay, and for 3D shapes, I told you what is the three-dimensional things and what is 2D. I explained it a lot in my lecture number 36. You can watch it on my YouTube channel. Okay, and these are the 3D shapes. Basically, they have three dimensions. Okay, they have three dimensions like x in x direction, in y direction, and in z direction. In the room in which you are sitting now, it is three dimensions, and everything in the world is three dimensions basically. But just for our simplification in mathematics and in engineering, we assume the 2D things. Okay, so these are three dimension. Now what is cylinder? Basically cylinder is just, let me explain it with in here. Okay, cylinder, cylindrical shape or cylinder is is a, just a 3D form, of the circle. 3D form of the circle. It is a very important concept again. For example, what is the circle you have? What is the circle? We know that circle is very simple. It is this circle is this thing. Okay. Now, what will be the cylinder? Cylinder is something which when we elongate this circle. Okay. For example, like this. if we elongate this, and then we will get the cylinder. Just for your understanding, it is just for your understanding. Okay, let me try the clear lines. Okay, now what is the exact shape of cylinder? This is a cylinder for you. Okay, cylinder have some height. Okay, cylinder has some height which is h. Okay, now the height is 3 here, and the radius of the cylinder is same, because it's a type of circle, and it has also radius. Okay, it is called the radius. Cylinder also has the radius. Okay, just like circle has the radius. Okay, so please do, it's a very simple concept. Now dear students, let me take let me replace this picture, and I will draw it here. Okay. Okay, now this is a very good representation of the circle, of the cylinder, sorry. Now what will be the area of the cylinder? As we studied about the area of circle, we will study about the area uh, of cylinder. Okay, so okay, so here, basically, dear student, if we have any 3D shape, it is a 3D shape. Okay, it is the 3D shape. So in 3D shape, we always have the surface area. Basically, what is the surface area? It's a very important concept again. Surface area is the area of the surface. For example, there will be a mobile in your hand. So someone asks you that what is the surface area of this mobile. So the mobile has the surface like its screen, its body. So all of this area, the summation of all this area will be the surface area of this mobile. Basically, okay, so basically in surface area we sum the things. Okay, we do sum the things. Okay, so dear students, first of all, let me explain you one thing. Okay, so surface area, let me write it fully. Surface area, it's a surface area. Now dear student, please note, I am now talking very important thing. Okay, come back to this diagram. Okay, dear students, what you see here, there are two circles. For example, one circle is there, and one circle will be this one. From at the bottom, at the one circle is at the bottom, another circle is at the top. So there are two circles, but these two are same, their radius will be same. So we will write that the surface area is equal to SA is equals to 2 into pi r square. And you know about the radius of the cylinder. This is the radius of the cylinder. Okay, radius of the bottom circle, which is here, and radius of the, so let me draw here the bottom circle also for your, just for your understanding. Okay, this is the bottom circle. Bottom circle and upper circle will be the radius will be same. Okay, now this is the, but it is not the complete surface area, please. We have to add something others. Okay, we have to add some another things. What is the other thing? Basically, dear students, the other thing is this area. What about these things? Okay, this is also the area, this is also the area, this area. Okay, and also this is the 3D object, so the area will be on another side also, which we cannot see here. Okay, so do you understand the point or not, or should I give you another clear picture? Hmm? Shiva?
Yes, teacher. Uh,
Okay, so I think this picture is enough. So this area, we have basically three surfaces. One surface is this one surface is the bottom, and another surface is this one. Okay, this is the surface also, which will be also also present on other side. Okay, so we will add this surface, the surface area of this surface also. Okay, I told you surface area is the summation of the area of all surfaces. Okay, so we will write the 2 pi r into h. Okay, what is h? H is basically the height of this cylinder. Okay, I told you before, dear students. Okay, so this is the formula for this. If you someone told you that what is the surface area of the cylinder, you will see this. This area comes from the upper and bottom surface, upper and bottom surface. Okay, and the another part of the area come from the, from which thing, come from the height, okay, height and side surface. Okay, side surface. Now this is this is the surface area. Now, dear students, let me talk about the volume. Okay, volume is another very important thing. If someone called you, if someone told you that what is the volume, volume of cylinder, volume of cylinder. Okay, what is the volume of cylinder? Let me tell you the formula. Okay, but okay, the formula for the volume of cylinder is equals to the, it's a very easy, pi r square into h. Okay, into h. Please remember this formula. It's again, the h is present everywhere. Okay, because here now the shape is 3D and we got the another dimension. It's a very important point, dear student. Please, in the 2D shapes we just have the radius. In the 2D shapes we just have the radius, but now we are dealing in 3D and we have another dimension which is the height. Okay, that's why we are putting h everywhere. Now another shape we will talk about the is the cube. Cube. Okay, cube is a very is a very good shape and very interesting thing. Please, I'm writing very important sentence. It is the 3D shape of the rectangle. It is a 3D shape of rectangle. Okay, it is, for example, if cylinder is the 3D shape of the circle, then cube is the 3D shape of the rectangle. So this is the very important thing. You should remember this. Okay, there is an analogy between the formulas. Therefore, I am telling you it is the 3D shape, 3D shape of rectangle. Sorry, rectangle. Okay. So let me bring the picture for you to understand. Okay, student, we have the cube now, and this is a picture of the cube. Basically, it is a three-dimensional, like a rectangle. Okay, so basically there are three dimensions. We can see it that it is a length. Okay, here it is a length, and this is the height, which is 4, and it is the, and the width. So we can say is it's the base is 5. So there are basically three dimensions. And what is the volume? If someone asks you that volume of cube, it's very easy. Now volume of cube is basically the multiplication of all three: length multiplied by width and multiplied by height. Okay, so this is the thing. Now let me write in concise form. V is equal to L cross W cross height. So this is the volume of the cube with us. Okay, in the basically these formulas are very important. We will use these formulas in the questions, in solving the question of GED mathematics and another geometry problems. Okay, so this is the formula of the volume. Now this student, I told you, we are studying the 3D shapes. In 3D shapes there are surface area, surface area. In this case the surface area is important, not just the area. If someone asks you that there is the area, then this automatically means that someone is talking about the surface area. Surface area. Now what is the surface area of the of cube? Before thinking about this, we have to think about the uh, cube, that how many faces does the cube have. Okay, how many the faces there are there in the cube? This is a very important thing. Basically, let me go again to the cylinder. In cylinder, what we did about the surface area was basically this thing: upper and bottom faces, and the another face was the side face. Okay, so there are three faces in the cylinder. Now how many faces are there in the cube? Okay, can you tell me, Shiba?
Sorry, teacher, what did you ask?
How many faces are there in the cube?
Five, six, total.
Okay, let me count this one. Okay, like one is this one will be the opposite to this. One, two, three, four, three, four. 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, there are six faces. Okay, so we know that there are six faces. Now to find the surface area, we have to find the area of all these six faces. This is a very important thing. Okay, now so this is a very go for a very important thing, a very very interesting thing. Okay, okay, let me show you the form. Where is the thing? Okay, I will show the picture of formula to you, but it is not important for you because okay, because it is there, it's out of your syllabus. If you know about the surface area, so basically surface area of the cube is equal to 2 into length cross width, okay, multiplied by 2 into L cross H plus, okay, uh, okay, where is the thing? 2 cross and 2 cross W cross H. Now, dear student, please think about this thing. It's a very important and interesting point. Okay, okay, we have a summation. I told you before, to find the surface area, we have to sum all the areas. We have to sum all the areas. Okay, and we are just doing this. We are summing the areas of six faces. Okay, because we have six faces uh, in the cube, therefore we are summing the area of every face, each and every face. Okay, six faces. Okay, let me write again in clear form. And this is the thing. Okay, dear students, now what is the meaning of 2? Let me SA is this is a very important thing to think about. 2LW plus 2LH plus 2WH. Now if you think that every everything is to everything have two with the himself. Okay, is the two, this is the two, and this is the two. Two is written everywhere. Why this is two is written everywhere? Basically, this the reason about the behind this is the that every face has two copies. For example, let me tell you, this is the cube we have. Okay, we can see that there are three faces, but there is the another replica of this face is present. Another replica of this face is present, like for example this is the one face. So the face which is same to this face will be present opposite to this. So every faces has two copies, therefore we write 2 in this formula. 2 2 2 2. Every face has two copies, therefore 2 will be present in this formula. So this is the formula for surface area. Okay, and what is L? It is length. W is the width and H is the height. Okay, so dear student, we have studied about the cylinder 3D shapes. In 3D shapes, we studied about the cylinder and cube. Okay, and the another thing is the pyramid. Okay, okay, pyramid and sphere. These two are very simple, but we will study this in the next class. Pyramids and spheres. Okay, we will discuss about this in the next class. Okay, and for today, I think it is enough. And